All right, guys. Hello, it's me. This is my hands in the way. This is the last video I'm gonna make. This is meant for Tuesday, before Thanksgiving, and then hopefully I'll see you guys after Thanksgiving and we can get back to normal-ish stuff. So I hope to see you on the 30th. Today we're gonna talk more about reflexives. So if you guys go to Google Classroom and go look at Tuesday's assignment and go get the paper there. It's gonna look something like this. It's gonna say tree map, okay? And you're gonna need to remember right here, this little sentence structure thing that we talked about yesterday. I want you to jot that down somewhere and have that handy, because this is gonna come in handy when we do our sentences. So we're going to write some sentences using the reflexive verbs, and then we're going to talk about our daily routine using reflexive verbs, because a lot of reflexive verbs are used for things that you do normally, like I wake up, I take a shower, I brush my teeth, I brush my own hair, that type of thing. So there's a lot of reflexive verbs that are incorporated when you talk about your daily or morning routine. So we are going to write some sentences using reflexive verbs. Let's change it to, I like purple. Let's do purple. Let's do light purple, this purple. So we're going to do a couple of yos. We'll do 2 yos. So just go ahead and fill in the subject pronouns. We'll do a 2. We'll do an L. We'll do an ella. We'll do a couple of nosotros. And then let's do an ellos, an ellas, and then finally we'll do an ustedes. Okay, there we go. Those are all of our subject pronouns. We're going to write a sentence for all of these people. So basically, it just says create 10 original sentences using your reflexive verbs, and use the tree map to help organize your ideas by placing the parts of your sentence under the appropriate classification. So we start with our subject pronoun, then we go to our reflexive pronoun, and then we go to our conjugated verb, and then we fill out the rest of the sentence, like what we did yesterday when we took notes. So let's do, we're going to use those same verbs that we looked at yesterday, guys. So hold on. So some of those verbs that we filled in yesterday would be like, let's do afeitarse. That one's a fun one. So go back, and I accidentally got rid of that. Oh my goodness. All right. So the yo form, if it's the yo form, our reflexive pronoun is going to be me, because that's always the reflexive that goes with the yo form. And then our next verb is going to be afeito with an O. We're not going to leave it in the infinitive because we have to conjugate that verb. We don't want to say I to shave myself. We want to say I shave myself. We don't want to say to shave. So if I say yo me afeito, and then let's see, I shave my face. Okay, then I can fill that in with my face. So yo me afeito mi cara. All right, remember that the 2 important things are that you get the right reflexive pronoun for who you're talking about. So me goes with the yo form, it means myself. And then you always have to conjugate your verb. You can't leave it in the infinitive. You have to put the right ending on. So for remember for AR verbs, our endings are going to be o, as, a, amos, and on. Remember that? And then for ER/IR verbs, it's going to be O. It automatically made it look very nice for me. Es, hemos, or emos if it's an IR verb. Amos if it's an ER verb. And N. Those are your endings, right? So make sure that you're conjugating your verb in this space right here and that you're putting your reflexive pronoun in. We can do one more. Let's do a eos form. So eos, and then our pronoun would be se. Our reflexive pronoun would be se. And we could use, well, let's use peinar. Peinan, right? Because we don't want to use peinar. We don't want it to be AR and left in the infinitive. We have to conjugate it. So I say peinan with an AN because that's the eos form. And then we could say por la mañana. So that says they comb their hair in the morning. They comb their hair in the morning. Okay, because peinarse means to comb your hair. Now, we're going to fill in the flow map with your daily routine. So the first thing we would talk about is, I hope this is on there, is there's a difference between like waking up and getting up. So yeah, number 7 is to wake up, right? And number 11 is to get up. So we could say first that we wake up. So if I wanted to say, I wake up at 5:30, I would say, yo me despierto a las 5:30. I wake up at 5:30. That's what that says. Remember here, I'm using the reflexive pronoun that goes with myself, and I conjugate my verb according to myself in the yo form. Okay? And then here we make a little clock. So let's see. There's our 12, 3, 6. So the little hand would be like here, and the big hand would be like right here for the time that I get up. Okay? Now the next thing I would do is get up. So I'd say, yo me levanto, right? So again, me is the myself. I'm talking about I get myself up out of bed and I put my verb in the yo form, and let's put a time. A las 6. So even though I wake up at 5:30, I don't get up till 6. I just can't do it. I have to wait a half hour. So it would be okay, at 6 o'clock. So what I want you guys to do is go through and talk about what you do. Another thing that you guys need to include are words from this word bank. These are like little transitional words. So it says up here, use the transition words from the word bank to enhance your sentences. Okay, use the transition words from the word bank to enhance your sentences. And in the circle, draw a clock to indicate what time you completed the activities. So maybe for the word bank, I could say before, I don't know what I could say. One that makes sense. I could do then, like I could say entonces. And this could be primero. Right? So those are my little transitional words. So, entonces means then. Primero is first. Segundo is second. Por último is finally. And después is after. So think about what those words mean and kind of add those in as transition words to your sentences telling me what you do for your daily routine. And remember to conjugate your verbs and put your reflexive pronoun beforehand. Okay? So this is your assignment, is to fill this out the rest of the way.